Because Monday Night Raw was probably the best show in years. That ending between The Rock and Cody Rhodes was epic. And let's start with this, the top moment of the night, but all things started just at the beginning of the show when Cody Rhodes gave a promo where he asked the audience to point with him to the Wrestlemania sign and to fight with him on April 6 and April 7 so that he can beat the tribal chief Roman Reigns and he can beat the final boss The Rock. And in that very moment The Rock appeared and surprised everybody because he was not on schedule on this Monday Night Raw. And it was such an electrifying moment. He went face to face with Cody Rhodes, but The Rock didn't say a word this time. He stood there looking at Cody Rhodes and then he approached Cody and told something in his ear. And then The Rock left the ring. During the night, The Rock was asked what did he say to Cody Rhodes, and he just said, "Go ask Cody." And then when Cody was asked about it, Cody just said that he couldn't repeat what The Rock just told him. So nobody knew. We were all wondering what just happened there, but things didn't end there because at the main event between Jey Uso and Nakamura, the Bloodline came to interrupt and tried to attack Jey Uso, but Cody and Seth helped Jey Uso, and Cody took Jimmy backstage and he kept attacking him, and there at that very moment from behind The Rock came and attacked Cody Rhodes, and that very moment where all things started. Probably the most epic ending in years in Monday Night Raw happening, with The Rock completely destroying Cody Rhodes and taking him to the parking lot under the rain, and he kept sending Cody to the bus, hitting him against the bus. And then he grabbed his belt, and when Cody was bleeding, he told Cody's mama, "Hey Mama Rhodes, this is what's gonna happen to your son at Wrestlemania. His blood in this belt." And he ended by saying, "This is because of him. Things shouldn't have been this way, but now it's the only way." Completely epic and historic ending for Monday Night Raw. And like I said, probably one of the best Monday Night Raws in more than 10 years. Definitely with the best ending in more than 10 years. And this is the kind of thing that I would have loved seeing between Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. It looks like the rivalry is Rock and Cody Rhodes. But anyway, I'm really glad that Rock is in the road to WrestleMania because it's making things a lot more interesting between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Now let's see the other great things that happened, and let's see what happened at number 2 because CM Punk was in Chicago and he was on fire. He had probably the segment of the year with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. He first gave a promo and attacked Roman Reigns, saying that he's already coming down from that mountain. Then to Seth Rollins he said that they cannot meet eye to eye already because Seth Rollins uses heels, and with that he now is magically taller than him. And then he told the WWE Universe that The Rock probably doesn't say anything about him because he probably remembers that 10 years ago he went face to face with him and he realized that his arms were too short to box with God. And then he called Drew McIntyre because he wanted to fix his problems with him face to face. And that very moment Drew McIntyre appeared in a great exchange between the two, with CM Punk actually inviting him to come to the ring and Drew telling him no because I remember what happened the last time I was with you in the ring. Drew showed CM Punk his shirt and CM Punk replied, "Well, I never needed to put another man's name in my shirt to actually sell them." And then Drew continued, you say you are straight edge, that you don't drink, that you don't do drugs, but somehow you're always in rehab." That was a great line from Drew McIntyre. Then Drew continued, "You think I hate you, Punk, but no, right now I don't hate you. Right now you complete me."
You complete me.
Come on, Drew, what are you, the Joker or what? And then he added, you know what, Punk? When I'm in the gym and I cannot get that last rep, I think of you and I get it done. When I was in Elimination Chamber 30 minutes in, I thought about you and that made me win. You know what? You are my muse.
You are my muse.
Come on, Drew, what was that, man? And then Punk replied, you know what? I can hear you a thing. Why don't you come to the ring and tell me right here in my ear? And then Drew said, no, because you may have a weapon there and you may try to attack me. And then he added, well, I have a proposition for you. Because you're such a good talker, you should be at the commentator's table at my Wrestlemania match. Because I want you to narrate my finest moment when I win the World Heavyweight Championship and show everybody that I have always been the chosen one. And Punk replied, the chosen one? Who chose you? Come on, tell me his name, who chose you? And Drew McIntyre was laughing. He knew he couldn't say Vince McMahon's name. And Punk added, what paragon of good virtue actually chose you? And that was another great moment. And when Punk was actually going to answer about what Drew McIntyre said about being a commentator, Seth Rollins appeared. And because people were singing his song, he told Punk, well, we have now established whose show this is. And Punk replied, it may be your show, but this is my city. And Seth Rollins basically told CM Punk, you know, I don't care what you do at WrestleMania, if you are a guest commentator or a guest referee, just stay out of my way. And then Punk replied, well, it's decided, I'm gonna be a guest commentator and I'm gonna make something for you. I'm gonna make both of you interesting. Then Punk was leaving with his music and Drew asked Punk's music to be turned off and he said he cannot have the last word. And then he told CM Punk, you're obsessed with me, you think of me every day. You're my #1 fan, Phil. And at that very moment Seth Rollins applied a super kick to Drew McIntyre and then a stomp to Drew McIntyre, and that way the segment ended, and probably the best segment of the year so far. The arguments were good. The exchange between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk for me was the best part of the segment, and the intensity between these three could be felt miles away. Now let's see what happened at number 3, because the rivalry between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley improved a lot this week. And it was for one thing, because Rhea Ripley finally made this rivalry personal. The most important thing she said was that Becky was going to be in his couch watching the TV with her daughter, and then she was going to hear her daughter call Rhea mommy. You know, that was the line I have been expecting for weeks in this rivalry. Then Becky replied, that is the last time you talk about my daughter. And after WrestleMania is over, you and me are never gonna be the same again. Then Dominic Mysterio separated them, and well, he received a great punch in the face from the man Becky Lynch. And that's when things got physical between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Finally something good in this rivalry with 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. Now let's see what happened at number 4. Sami Zayn faced Bronson Reed in his path to prepare himself for Gunther at WrestleMania, and before the match actually Chad Gable told him that you should focus on Gunther. Nevertheless, Sami Zayn went to the ring to face Bronson Reed, and well, he got destroyed by Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed won the match, and that's not a very good sign for Sami Zayn, but I have to tell you, it's only in line with this storyline from Rocky 3 that I have told you in a previous video. I'm telling you, this is happening, and Chad Gable is gonna be Sami Zayn's mentor, and I think it's gonna be clearer after WrestleMania when Sami Zayn loses to Gunther. And now let's see what happened at number 5. Jey Uso beat Nakamura in a chaotic main event where the Bloodline appeared, but also Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins appeared to help Jey Uso, and also Drew McIntyre appeared to attack Seth Rollins, and in all that chaos Jey Uso managed to win the match against Nakamura. And well, of course, after the match happened what I told you at the beginning of the video at the top moment of the night between Cody Rhodes and The Rock. It was an awesome show, probably like I told you, one of the best Monday Night Raws in a decade. What do you think about the show? Let me know in the comment section down below. And that's it for today. If you like, please share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.